With a beautiful grin, you can speak volumes before you've even said a word. Mini dental implants are an innovative technique for making a statement with a smile. Our next guest has plenty to say on the subject. Let's welcome Dr. Andrea Joy Smith. Hey, Dr. Smith, nice to have you back on.
Thank you, Desiree. Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Yes, good morning to you too. Okay, Dr. Smith, we got to start off with the basics with you. Why is it so important to get routine checkups with your dentist?
You know, Desiree, the basics are actually the most important. We find that most patients actually see their dentist more than they see their medical doctors. And there are oftentimes medical problems, systemic diseases that can present themselves with certain symptoms in the mouth that will lead us to make that referral to their medical doctors for follow up. In addition to the need for the recognition to recognize dental problems that may not be causing a problem yet. Some patients have gums that are bleeding and they don't really understand the depth of the problem that could be occurring because of that. They may have a small cavity that hasn't started to bother them yet. And so we can catch those things early as well.
And with it being super important to see our dentist, why is it that some patients delay their dental treatment until issues worsen?
I find the number one reason for that to be dental fear. Sometimes they've had a problem in the past and their recollection of their last experience wasn't great. That happens a lot. In fact, before I became a dentist, I had no idea that patients were so afraid to go to the dentist. And a lot of times there is financial also, and that's why I'm really happy to provide an alternative to a more expensive dental implant type treatment as well.
So, how do you and your team ease the nerves of your patients when they're coming in for a procedure so that they're calm?
Yeah, the first thing that we do is just sort of sit down and look at them eye to eye and listen to their story. A lot of my patients that I see are in need of full mouth reconstruction and they really have sought out other options, but nothing to this point has actually come into being for them. And so we sit down, we talk to them first, long before I look in the mouth. I know who the patient is, why she's seeking treatment, and we go from there. And that goes a long way to making patients feel less judged and also feeling like we're going to listen to their issues and that we're also going to proceed when they are comfortable with us proceeding. And then, of course, on the day of treatment, we can provide sedation dentistry so that that patient can receive that dentistry as painless as possible. And the best thing is they have no recollection that the dentistry actually even took place,
There we go.
except for the evidence that they can see in their mouth.
That's what
Yes.
we all want. That's exactly what we all want. Okay, and Dr. Smith, you offer many
Yes.
services, but you had mentioned mini dental implants. Who makes a good candidate for that?
Yes. You know, a lot of patients can be a good candidate for mini dental implants, or these days I call them more one piece dental implants because I'm finding that patients do have substantially more bone than we initially thought after wearing dentures. But patients with dentures, patients that have been seeking problems for a long time, much like the patients you're showing on the screen there, a lot of these patients have sought help elsewhere, and until they came to my office and I was actually able to provide this less costly, less invasive way of restoring their teeth and their smile, they had just stayed away.
Oh, wow. Okay, so Dr. Smith, being that you see so many patients, can you share with us one of your favorite reactions from a patient?
My favorite reaction really is when we're in the middle of a conversation after the work is done and I hand them the mirror and they literally cry.
Hmm.
And sometimes I'm not aware that they are about to cry and they don't know either, but it's just that when they see the results in that mirror, it just brings tears to their eyes because they remember what it was like when they didn't have a nice smile. And
Hmm.
so that is the favorite reaction that I get. And I'm often surprised when they start to cry when they're telling me how much they enjoy the work that we've done.
Yeah, I mean, you're making such a significant difference for them. And we actually heard from one of your patients, so let's take a look at that.
I just want to thank Dr. Andrea Joy Smith for giving me my smile. I have not had nice teeth or a straight smile since I probably was in third, fourth, fifth grade. I was so self-conscious about my teeth. But because of her treatment and her procedures, I now can smile. I'm proud of myself, and I encourage anybody to overcome your fears and come and see her and put your life back on track as it pertains to your dentistry.
Dr. Smith, what is it like when you get to hear from your patients just like that one?
That tops the reaction of crying. When you understand that you have made such a significant difference in someone's life, sometimes just as simple as providing 4 little implants to stabilize their dentures. When our patients respond like that, it really warms my heart. My staff, my entire team is very, very happy when we get responses like that, which we often do.
Well, we like to hear it. Dr. Smith, I'm going to let our viewers know where they can go for more information. You can go to smileagainnow.com.